Welcome, history enthusiasts, to another captivating journey into the annals of the past. In today's episode, we delve into the enthralling tale of the fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond. Brace yourself for a mesmerizing exploration of ancient power, conquests, and the enduring echoes that shaped civilizations. The Persian Empire, also known as the Achaemenid Empire, rose to prominence in the 6th century BCE under the visionary leadership of Cyrus the Great. From the vast lands of Anatolia to the sun-kissed plains of Egypt, the Persian Empire expanded its dominion, encompassing diverse cultures, languages, and peoples. Narrator, led by a succession of illustrious rulers like Darius the Great and Xerxes, the Persian Empire thrived with remarkable military might and efficient administration. Its impact was felt across the ancient world, as the empire's influence reached far and wide, connecting civilizations through trade routes and cultural exchanges. However, no empire can escape the inevitable tides of change. The Persian Empire faced its share of challenges and conflicts. The iconic clash with the Greek city-states in the Greco-Persian Wars sent shockwaves throughout the ancient world. Battles like Marathon, Thermopylae, and Salamis became legendary milestones in the struggle for dominance. And so, a new force emerged, a young Macedonian king by the name of Alexander. With unyielding ambition and an indomitable army, he embarked on an audacious campaign that would reshape the course of history. Alexander's conquests shattered the Persian Empire, heralding a new era of Hellenistic civilization. The collision of Greek and Persian cultures birthed a magnificent fusion. Hellenistic cities like Alexandria and Seleucia thrived as centers of learning and trade, with Greek becoming the language of intellectual discourse. But the wheel of fate never stops turning. The Hellenistic world eventually gave way to new empires, as the Parthians and later the Sasanians rose to power in the east. These Persian dynasties left an indelible mark, engaging in conflicts with the Romans, preserving ancient knowledge, and fueling a cultural renaissance. However, a seismic shift occurred in the 7th century CE, when the Islamic Caliphate swept across the region. The Persian world embraced Islam while nurturing its distinct identity, contributing to the vibrant tapestry of Islamic civilization. From the ruins of fallen empires, new kingdoms and dynasties arose. The Timurids and Safavids left their imprints, fostering cultural renaissances and shaping the destiny of Persia. Today, the echoes of the Persian conquests and beyond reverberate through the modern nation of Iran. The rich tapestry of Persian language, culture, and artistic heritage still captivate the world, a testament to the enduring legacy of a bygone era. As we embark on this captivating journey through the fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond, prepare to witness the rise and fall of mighty civilizations, the clash of armies, the exchange of ideas, and the lasting impact of these ancient empires on our world today. Join me as we unravel the stories of visionary leaders, fierce battles, cultural fusion, and the ever-shifting tides of power that shaped the ancient world. Together, we will delve into the triumphs and tribulations, the conquests and declines, and the extraordinary legacies left by the Persian empires and their successors. From the grandeur of Persepolis to the poetry of Rumi, from the mighty armies of Darius to the intellectual hubs of ancient Alexandria, this is a story of civilizations in flux, of empires that rose to great heights only to face their inevitable downfall. Through vivid narratives, historical accounts, and expert analysis, we will shed light on the pivotal moments, key figures, and the intricate web of events that unfolded during this tumultuous period. We will explore the enduring impact of Persian art, architecture, literature, and governance, which continue to inspire and captivate us to this day. So, join me on this journey as we unravel the epic story of the fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond. Together, we will traverse the corridors of time, unveiling the triumphs, tragedies, and the indomitable spirit of those who once walked the path of glory. Get ready to immerse yourself in the tapestry of history, for the fall of the empires beckons us to explore the rich legacies of ancient Persia. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to join us on this captivating adventure. Until then, remember, the past awaits. The fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond marks a pivotal period in ancient history, characterized by the rise and subsequent decline of the mighty Persian Empire, along with the far-reaching consequences that reverberated throughout the ancient world. This era witnessed the expansion of Persian power, conquests, cultural exchanges, and the eventual downfall of once great empires. The Persian Empire, also known as the Achaemenid Empire, emerged under the leadership of Cyrus the Great in the 6th century BCE. Cyrus laid the foundations of a vast empire that stretched from Anatolia to Egypt and encompassed diverse lands and peoples. His reign was characterized by a policy of tolerance and benevolence towards conquered territories, allowing for cultural and religious diversity within the empire. Under Cyrus's successors, particularly Darius the Great and Xerxes, the Persian Empire experienced further expansion. The empire's military might and administrative efficiency enabled it to subjugate numerous regions, including the Ionian Greek city-states, Egypt, and parts of India. The empire's infrastructure, such as the construction of the royal road and the establishment of satrapies, provincial administrations, facilitated communication, trade, and governance. However, the Persian Empire's dominance eventually faced significant challenges. One of the most notable events that signaled the beginning of its decline was the Persian Wars against the Greek city-states. In the early 5th century BCE, the Ionian Greek cities rebelled against Persian rule, which led to a series of conflicts collectively known as the Greco-Persian Wars. Despite initial Persian victories, the empire faced a significant setback in the famous battles of Marathon, Thermopylae, and Salamis, where the Greeks, led by Athens and Sparta, emerged victorious. This defeat shattered the invincibility myth surrounding the Persian Empire and set the stage for future conflicts. Following the Persian Wars, the decline of the empire continued. Internal strife, succession disputes, and external pressures from neighboring powers contributed to its fragmentation. One of the most significant blows to the Persian Empire came with the conquests of Alexander the Great in the 4th century BCE. Alexander, leading the united Greek city-states, launched a military campaign against Persia, decisively defeating the Persian forces in battles such as Granicus, Issus, and Gaugamela. The fall of the Persian capital, Persepolis, in 330 BCE marked the end of the Achaemenid Empire and the beginning of a new era. The aftermath of the Persian conquests was profound and far-reaching. Alexander's empire stretched from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and as far east as India, creating a vast Hellenistic realm. This period witnessed a fusion of Greek and Persian cultures, known as Hellenistic civilization, which influenced art, architecture, language, and philosophy. Greek became the lingua franca of the Eastern Mediterranean, and cities such as Alexandria in Egypt and Seleucia in Persia thrived as centers of learning and trade. However, the Hellenistic world itself faced its own decline, fragmented into successor states ruled by generals of Alexander. The Seleucid Empire emerged as the primary successor to the Persian Empire, encompassing much of Persia and Mesopotamia. However, internal conflicts, external invasions, and regional uprisings gradually eroded Seleucid power. Eventually, the Parthians, a Persian-speaking people, rose to prominence, establishing the Parthian Empire in the 3rd century BCE. The Parthians successfully repelled Roman incursions and maintained control over Persia and surrounding regions for several centuries. However, their empire eventually gave way to the Sasanian dynasty, marking the resurgence of Persian power in the 3rd century CE. The fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond continue to shape the course of history with the rise and fall of subsequent empires and kingdoms in the region. The Sasanian Empire, which emerged as a powerful Persian dynasty, sought to restore the glory of the Achaemenid Empire. Under the Sasanians, Persia experienced a period of cultural and artistic flourishing, as well as military expansion. However, the Sasanian Empire faced numerous challenges, particularly from the Byzantine Empire in the west. The Byzantine-Sasanian Wars, fought over territorial disputes and religious differences, resulted in prolonged conflicts that drained the resources and weakened both empires. These ongoing struggles left them vulnerable to external threats. In the 7th century CE, a new force emerged from the Arabian Peninsula, the Islamic Caliphate. Led by the Prophet Muhammad and his successors, the Arab armies swiftly conquered vast territories, including Persia. The Sasanian Empire fell in 651 CE, marking the end of the pre-Islamic Persian dynasties. The Islamic conquest of Persia had profound consequences for the region. The Persians, renowned for their rich cultural heritage, embraced many aspects of Islamic civilization while simultaneously preserving their unique identity. Persian scholars played a crucial role in translating and preserving ancient Greek and Roman texts, contributing to the preservation of classical knowledge during the Islamic Golden Age. In the centuries that followed, Persia experienced a series of political transformations. The Arab Caliphate gradually gave way to local Persian dynasties, such as the Samanids, Buyids, and Seljuks, who ruled over different parts of Persia and Central Asia. These dynasties incorporated Persian customs, language, and administrative systems into their rule, fostering a cultural renaissance that became known as the Persian Renaissance. The Seljuk Empire, in particular, played a significant role in shaping the destiny of the region. Their empire stretched from Anatolia to Persia and had a profound impact on the Crusades, as they came into conflict with Christian powers in the West. The Crusades, initiated by the Europeans in the 11th century, aimed to capture the Holy Land and had lasting repercussions on the political and religious landscape of the Middle East. Following the decline of the Seljuk Empire, the Persian plateau saw the rise of the Mongols under Genghis Khan. The Mongol conquests brought widespread devastation, but they also fostered cultural exchanges between East and West. The Ilkhanate, a division of the Mongol Empire, ruled over Persia and adopted many Persian administrative practices, contributing to the revival of Persian literature, art, and architecture. In the 15th century, the Timurid Empire emerged as a powerful force in the region, led by the Turco-Mongol conqueror Timur. The Timurid dynasty patronized art and literature, resulting in a flourishing of Persian culture. The renowned Persian poet and scholar, Mirza Ghalib, composed his influential works during this period. The Timurid Empire eventually gave way to the rise of the Safavid dynasty in the 16th century. The Safavids consolidated their rule and established Shia Islam as the state religion of Persia, creating a distinct Persian identity that continues to shape the country to this day. Under the Safavids, Persia experienced a period of stability, cultural renaissance, and territorial expansion. However, like the empires that preceded it, the Safavid Empire faced challenges from external powers, particularly the rising Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman-Safavid conflicts over control of Mesopotamia and the Caucasus region resulted in prolonged wars, weakening both empires and leaving them susceptible to further external pressures. The fall of the empires, Persian Conquests and Beyond demonstrates the cyclical nature of power and conquest in history. The rise and fall of empires, from the Achaemenids to the Safavids, illustrate the ebb and flow of political fortunes and the complex dynamics of cultural exchange, conflict, and assimilation. Throughout this transformative period, Persian civilization endured and evolved. Despite the rise and fall of empires, the Persian people maintained a sense of cultural continuity, preserving their language, traditions, and artistic expressions. Persian literature, with its rich poetic traditions exemplified by figures such as Ferdowsi, Rumi, and Hafez, continued to flourish, leaving a lasting impact on world literature. The legacy of the Persian conquests and subsequent empires extends beyond the realm of politics and warfare. The encounters and interactions between diverse civilizations fostered cross-cultural exchanges, influencing art, architecture, philosophy, and technology. Persian architectural styles, characterized by grand palaces, intricate tilework, and exquisite gardens, inspired architectural marvels across the ancient world. Moreover, the Persian Empire's administrative systems, such as the establishment of satrapies, influenced subsequent empires in terms of governance and statecraft. The administrative practices of the Achaemenids and Sasanians left a lasting imprint on the region's political and bureaucratic structures, shaping the way future empires organized and governed their territories. The fall of empires often led to power vacuums, allowing new players to emerge and shape the course of history. This pattern is evident in the conquests of Alexander the Great, the rise of the Islamic Caliphate, and the subsequent waves of Turkic and Mongol invasions. Each new era brought its own challenges and opportunities, redefining political boundaries and cultural landscapes. Today, the modern nation of Iran, the direct descendant of ancient Persia, carries forward the rich heritage of this tumultuous past. The Persian language, infused with centuries of poetic brilliance and literary treasures, continues to be spoken and celebrated. Persian culture, music, and art captivate the world, showcasing the enduring influence of a civilization shaped by the rise and fall of empires. The fall of the empires, Persian conquests and beyond represents a significant chapter in human history. It exemplifies the cyclical nature of power, conquest, and cultural exchange, as empires rise to prominence, expand their domains, and eventually succumb to internal strife or external pressures. The legacy of these empires endures through the cultural, artistic, and administrative contributions they made, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of the ancient and modern world alike.